probably agree with me that our economy is not showing many signs of meaningful growth. It's rather like a million a Karoo at the moment. Investor confidence is probably subterranean. Our currency is doing a spectacular impression of a lead balloon. I don't know how since the Trump tariffs have come in, they've managed to sort of stabilize, although at a ridiculous level, but it's quite stable. Personally, I would have thought it would have tanked a little. Meanwhile, our government debt is escalating. It's going up faster than one of Elon's Falcon rockets, I think. Our relationship with the USA, where's that? It's in the drink. It's like a Tinder thing or social media. It's complicated. Or should we say, rather, America is saying to us, just lose my number. We're desperately swiping left and right on new markets since the Americas have gone away. It's hoping anyone in fact, would think our geopolitical profile is looking anything but attractive. Then there's something called the Gini coefficient, something I learned of more recently. Gini coefficient measures inequality. On the one side you've got a fat naught, which means you've got perfect equality, and on the other side you've got the number 1, meaning inequality. So the scale is 0 to 1, very low numbers. South Africa's Gini coefficient currently at 0.67, meaning it's erring on the side of inequality, like 2/3 up the scale already and beyond. The highest in the world. South Africa's Gini coefficient, inequality. Do you think? And then some of these people think this is something to brag about. Get a noddy badge. Here's a medal for you. This is like someone at the braai, everyone, one guy gets the picanha steak where everyone else is fighting over chops and mupani worm dip or something like that, And our crime statistics, well, I think our crime statistics are so ambitious, they got their own LinkedIn profile. Police, missing in action. You just need to go and listen to the Makwanazi and co interviews that are happening around at the moment. It's like watching chaos with commentary in it. It's laughable. But it's also quite sad to hear and understand the level of corruption that's happening in our police forces, in our government. This rainbow nation has really gone to pot. And then looking at our youth and the skills in our country, which are packing their bags and leaving to go to greener pastures, to more lucrative destinations like the USA, like the UK, like New Zealand, Australia, any place but home. But the problem is, what's happening when they're going? They're taking all that taxable income with them, which means that our tax base is eroding faster than like a sandcastle on a stormy beach. It's very sad to see. All this leads for me to that awkward question that happens around the family braais, right? Those whispered conversations. Should we have unbanned the ANC back in 1990? I remember that day super well as a young lad, old enough to vote, February the 2nd, 1990, where we were standing in long queues, the referendum queue, casting our votes for change. F.W. de Klerk, the then president, took a stance and said, enough of this apartheid nonsense, let's vote for change. And they had a whites only referendum, of which I was a part in the day, and we stood for hours in queues, as we do these days still. But here's the thing, it was the whites that were standing together, the whites that decided that this country should change. It was the whites that were voting against the then apartheid. The overwhelming majority said yes, let's vote for change, and they handed this country over on a silver platter to the ANC. Nelson Mandela, Amandla, Soweto, I don't know, Soweto. The whites were the ones that decided to have change in this country, that voted out apartheid. Don't forget that, all you racist people out there that keep thinking white supremacy and whites didn't want change and apartheid, blah, blah. Yes, apartheid was evil, it was disgustingly bad. 31 years ago now, we voted for change, and this country was handed over, working everything, working ports, working railway systems, working Eskom, working water systems, working municipalities, and now gone to rot 31 years later. Why? Because the pigs are at the trough. The ANC, once the party of the poor, now has a scorecard that, well, it's not great really, isn't it? We have greater inequality now than we did under apartheid. Point in question, yesterday I went to the Department of Home Affairs in Harrison Street, I think it is, in Joburg town, and I hopped in an Uber because I wouldn't want to seen there in my own car, because I would probably be taking an Uber home anyway. And on the route, the Uber driver, a beautiful black gentleman, we had some great and deep conversations, was saying how things in the townships where he lives were better under apartheid than the nonsense that they've got going on there now. Now, I'm not for one moment suggesting that apartheid was good. Hear me, people, it was evil. It was bad. It has changed. It is gone 31 years ago. Here's black Africans saying to me that things were better under apartheid than what they are now. They don't want it back, of course. Nobody wants that back. This inequality, end of apartheid, we all voted for it. And now this ideological, corrupt ANC government have let it gone. And we've just got to take a stance, as I'm doing, and just say no more, draw a line. What would it take, do you think, for Squirrel, I'm a poser, to have that same mic drop moment that F.V. de Klerk had back in 1990? Do you think that's possible? I think it's possible, Cyril. I think it's possible. Not under your leadership, but under a leadership of someone that says and stops making everything about race. This race card, this trump card that people keep playing over and over again, enough. It is dead. It is overused. It is overtraded, overplayed. It's 2025, people. Get a frickin' life. We're out of the dark ages now. Apartheid is not coming back. It's not ever going to come back. It should never be allowed to come back. White on black, black on white. It's evil, just like BEE is right now. The problem is that the food at this trough that the ANC cadres are feeding from is running out. The time is up. Time is running short for these ANC people. The ANC, the good people that were in the ANC, have already left. I don't know where they've gone to, but they've left. And I think they've just left, the piglets left. The guys that are still fighting for liberation. Liberation. Against what? Against what? If you look at liberation, just look at Africa. It's got a tricky history. It's got a tricky past. It doesn't work. Liberation doesn't work. Use common sense. Gebruik jou seikel. Use some grey matter. Begs the next question for me is, what happens after Cyril? Cyril can't live forever. He's not going to be president forever. His time's running out. The ANC's time's running out. His time's running out. Just this morning on the news, there was Cyril's called by Makwenazi as a potential witness to this unfolding police cabinet drama. Who's next? I don't know that we've got a clear leader at the moment to replace this businessman, Cyril, the panacea, the guy that was supposed to have turned this country around. What a disappointment you have been, Cyril, to me and certainly to many others. Yes, we need a business type person. Yes, we need people with a bit of business savvy, not a political ideology person. Career politicians, no, we don't need those. We need businessmen. Scale down our government from how many 40 ministers and 43. Enough. Cyril's been a total disappointment. We need a Donald Ramaphosa, if you ask me. So in a nation that's got immense potential, there's hope. We just got to navigate the disturbance in the force, will be one Ramaphosa. So why don't we keep looking into this, keep going on a journey to turn this damn country of ours around. Maybe we should switch it off and on again like a faulty PC. Sometimes that tends to work. If you've got a problem, switch it off and switch it back on. I think the PCs start up a lot quicker though. We need like that 3-finger salute, Control-Alt-Delete, National Edition. Maybe a factory reset is the way to go. Just get rid of the viruses, I say. Yes, people, there's hope in this beautiful country. Under new leadership, there is immense hope Vote out the rot, vote out the ANC, vote out the EFF and the MK, who are all race-based parties, political parties. They don't have our agendas at heart. They don't have the normal South African citizens on heart. We've got to use your vote. We're coming up to general elections. We're coming up to municipal elections. Get in the practice now. Register to vote. Go and stand in a queue in the municipal elections. Go and vote for change. And then when the big ones come after the national elections, vote out the rot. Use your voice. Enough is enough. Anyway, until next time, have an awesome day and God bless you all. Ciao.